Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So for today, I will explain about the anaerobic composter. So to start this presentation, I would like to say a phrase that to achieve a healthy environment, we have to start with your food wastage, meaning that we have to start our food wastage management first before achieving a healthy environment. So for today, I will be explaining about anaerobic composter for my group for the global goal for sustainable development under SULAM project. So for our presentation today, we have six content that we need to refer, which is first the introduction, next objective and scope, the third is methodology, next is SULAM project approach, analysis of survey, and the lastly is conclusion. So before proceed with others, let us continue with the background. So for today, the SULAM project will be implemented in the community of the University Technical Malaysia Melaka by raising awareness of food waste and how to handle it. Students from Faculty of Mechanical Engineering hope to further their education and benefit the community. So food waste is one of the main issues with the world food system. All edible food items produced for human consumption that either thrown away or left uneaten along the whole food supply are referred to as food waste. It is organic garbage that has been abandoned in many places, including cafeterias, restaurants, and kitchen in both private home and business. The Sekolah Kebangsaan Tun Syed Ahmad Shah Budin has been chosen as the platform to raise awareness of food waste among its students and the teachers. So, do you know that the world dumps a massive 2.12 billion ton of waste every year according to the World Count? Next, proceed with the problem statement. So, according to report, 10% of the trash we put out daily in Malaysia is still edible food. Daily food waste in Malaysia was 4,046 tons. With 3 meals per day, this much could feed 3 million people. This demonstrates that Malaysians are unaware of the issue of food wastage. Therefore, in order to address this issue, education must be provided to students for future generations so that Malaysians will understand how to combat the issue of food waste and the usage of composting. So, going with our objective and scope for this project, first is to reduce the additional landfill space. Next, to save the cost on agriculture industry. And lastly, increase the public awareness on food waste and how to handle it.
Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Niafi Farhan bin Azhar Rasul and I will talk about the methodology of our group. So the first step, we brainstorm the idea. We collect the information about the anaerobic and all the data regarding the composite design and everything else. So we get the general idea. So the next step, we go to the preliminary design, which is we look and study about the design that already existing in the current market. Next, I will talk about the process flow, and then the lastly and the Gantt chart. So next, I will talk about the characteristic of the anaerobic composter. So what those anaerobic composter need, which is the anaerobic composter require no oxygen at all. So we cannot let the composter at open space, so that the anaerobic digestion will occur. From that characteristic, there will be a smell, a very terrible smell, which is the methane gas. So from that smell, we know that the anaerobic composter is working. So what does the compost required? Is it easy? So you can get your kitchen waste and then you just put into the composter, so and add on the soil. After all the required ingredient is collected, we rotate. So I will talk about the preliminary design one, which is the A structure composter. From the figure, we can see the composter is very ergonomic because we can stand while rotate the machine. It is very to use, but the downside is it is very expensive because the material of the structure is metal. That's it. So for the preliminary design 2, this is the base type composter, which is stay on the ground and is rotate on the ground also. So what is the advantages of this anaerobic composter? So basically, this is very cheap because of the limited resource and very easy to use for the kids, right? Because they are small. But however, this is not an ergonomic like the A structure composter. So this is the part design, which is I will briefly explain about our final design that will be fabricated. So for the barrel, we have a plastic barrel, 50 liters. And for the rotation motion is the caster wheel acting as the rotation motion, and the base is made of woods because it's very cheap and it is durable. So after I talk about the part design, I will talk about the assembly part. So basically, this is the final product that actually will be fabricated, and hopefully it will be exactly same as the drawing. So as you can see, the caster wheel is at the bottom, and then the rotation motion of the barrel will rotate in from the force given. If the kids turn clockwise, so the barrel will turn clockwise. So that's it. So lastly, I will talk about the community involvement. So for the community that involved in this SULAM project is the SMK Tunsas. So we agreed on with the teacher and the head teacher to give a proper exposure to the children regarding the hydroponic and composter. So from this involvement, it does not increase the bonding between our university UTM and the SMK Tunsas. However, it also will give benefits to the student for the general knowledge of the composter, so that the children will start thinking high of the food waste and the easy use of the hydroponics.
So as you can see, this is our Gantt chart for the anaerobic composter, starting with group forming until to the final report. Start with 1 until with 40. Next, proceed with the flowchart of the project. So we start with objective, next to design composter, then fabricate composter, check the compost product, produce product and mix ingredient, organize the program with the school, and conduct survey to the students, and finally analyze and make conclusion for the entire project.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Razi Syairani bin Safi'i, and I will talk about the chapter 3, which is Project SULAM Approach. So for this chapter, it contains several subtopics, which include Series 1, Strategic Planning, Series 2, Kick-Off Meeting with Community, Series 3, Implementation, Series 4, Closing. Next is Contribution on the SDG 2015, and lastly is the contribution to Quadruple Helix Partner. Firstly, we start off with Series 1, which is Strategic Planning. Okay, the student will send a proposal letter to SK Tun Syed Ahmad Shahudin to be part of the community in the SULAM project. Then, each group from the Anaerobic Composter team must create a conceptual design to have variety ideas for our group. Then, we must choose the best design among all the group via majority vote. The next series is the Series 2, which we gather with the community for the first time at the SK Tun Syed Ahmad Shahudin with the student and the teachers. We do the ice breaking session in the morning with every student and also the teachers. After that, we do a presentation about the food waste management and also about our SULAM project, which is anaerobic composter, and also other project which includes hydroponic. We also play games with students to know their understanding about food waste management and also to assure how much they understand about this topic. For the next phase, which is Series 3, we start off with fabricate the anaerobic composter. We gather all the materials and parts to assemble the product, which as we can see at the right of the picture in the slide. So that is our product. After we finish fabrication, we display and demonstrate the product with the community, especially the student, to help them understand how the product works. And lastly, we also hand out questionnaire to the student to obtain feedback to do a data analysis later on in Chapter 4. For the last phase, which is the Series 4, we analyze the data gained from the questionnaire from the students at the previous series. And then after we done analyze all the feedback that we have given, we need to write a full report regarding the SULAM project from the early until the finish of the project. Lastly, we have to make a presentation in a group regarding this project. So next, what is the contribution to SDG 2015? So for our project, I have discovered that we have contribute to 3 goals of SDG 2015, which is Goal 2, Zero Hunger, Goal 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, and also the Goal 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. So for Goal 2, Zero Hunger, we increase the productivity and incomes of food producer, especially for small food producer. And also we obtain sustainable food production and also sustainable agriculture practice, which is the method that we use, anaerobic composter. So for the next goal, Goal 11, we reduce the adverse per capita environmental impacts of cities, which we reduce the waste management, especially the food waste in our community. So for the last goal, Goal 12, we reduce and reuse food waste for compost process. As we know, we use food waste to compose, to use as a composter in our project. We also adopt sustainable practice and to integrate sustainable information towards the community, which is the student and also the teacher at SK Tun Syed Ahmad Shahudin. So for the last subtopic for this chapter is the quadruple helix partner. So there are 3 that involved in our project, which is the community, academic and also the industry. So for the community, the one that involved is, as we know, SK Tun Syed Ahmad Shahudin, which they give the opportunity to us to promote and display regarding the SULAM project. They also give suggestion on improvement with our product, so we can improve regarding the anaerobic composter in the future. So as for academic, which is our University Technical Malaysia Melaka, they propose the project to the school which involved in this project SULAM, and they also offer the SULAM project in the course for this semester, which is Sustainable and Environment course. Lastly is the industry, which is Penta Recycling M Senjirihan Berhad. They supply most of the item for our fabrication of our product.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurza Mustafa. Today I would like to present analysis of survey for this project. This survey is a research fund on knowledge and exposure on food waste composting among students and teachers in Sekolah Kebangsaan Tun Syekh Ahmad Syabuddin. The study included respondents of 30 students in the schools. This survey contains Section A and Section B, which is Section A covers question 1 to 8, which are related to general knowledge and information from the presentation about Composter. For question 1, as we can see, the pie chart shows that a total of 30 students choose option 1, that shows the correct picture of anaerobic composter. While question 2 shows all students agree with the statement that states compost is a key ingredient in organic farming. This shows that all students understand the use of compost in agriculture. For question 3, the pie shows that total of 27 respondents strongly agree that composter is related with the agriculture sector, while 22 respondents choose industrial as a sector that related to composter. However, there is one student choose economy sector for this question. It can be concluded that most of the students choose the correct answer. Next, for question 4. Question 4 tells that all 30 students choose glass and 29 students choose plastic bottle. This is as we know, glass and plastic do not have decomposing properties that make them unsuitable for use as compost. So, this indicates that all students know that glass and plastic bottles are not suitable for composting. Then we go to question 5. All students choose anaerobic composter as the answer for this question. Therefore, we know that all respondents choose the correct answer, indicating that all students focus on the presentation by understanding the definition of anaerobic composter. For question 6, the question asks, what are the 3 R's? As we can see from the pie chart, 30 respondents in SK Tonsas choose reduce, reuse, recycle as the answer, and this shows that all students have a good basic knowledge in environment sustainability. For the question 7, a total 30 respondents in SK Tonsas strongly agree that 3R practice are important to maintain environmental sustainability, and this shows that all students have a good basic knowledge in environment sustainability. This will be the last question in this section A. The pie chart tells that 30 students choose 4-week duration for composting process. This shows that during the SULAM program, the students are focused and give a positive impact and reaction where they know the exact duration for the process. This is section B. Section B covers question 9 to 11 on the survey to the collaboration of UTM and Sekolah Kebangsaan Tun Syekh Ahmad Syabuddin on Compost project. Based on the pie chart, we can see that during the prototype explanation, all students agree that the training session can help their understanding on the composter. For the question 10, based on the pie chart, overall students satisfied with the presentation and explanation given by students of UTM. Last but not least, the last question is asking for suggestion to improve this program. From the chart, we can see that the majority of respondents say that this SULAM program is good. However, there are several suggestions such as added spinny place, so smelly, and most of the students say the program is excellent and very interesting. This might be concluded by stating that the program should be continued with ongoing collaboration with the school to add in more accurate the techniques of preparation, material that can be employed, and a description of compost.
So, as for the conclusion of this project, Malaysians should be most concerned about the problem of food waste. The younger generation has to be informed about food waste and how to handle them. A composter is the best tool for handling the food waste. That's all for me. Thank you.